Hello, welcome to Signs and Wonders again. In an earlier video, I was talking about Chiron the wounded healer, and also Jason, the baby that was brought to Chiron because his mother was afraid for his life, and the baby was called Diomedes, but his name was changed to Jason, which means healer. And of course, the most famous thing about the Jason story is his journey with the Argonauts. And he and the Argonauts went sailing around the Mediterranean around the Greek islands, to many different islands. And they were searching for something special. They were searching for the golden fleece. And the golden fleece had been the remains of a real sheep, golden ram, that had been magicked up for Zeus by Hermes. And the ram had flown across the piece of water that's now called the Hellespont in order to rescue two other children earlier than the Jason story. And one of them was called Hele, which is why it's called the Hellespont. And the fleece, after the ram had died, was hung up in a sacred grove, and it was protected by a dragon. And this was on an island called Colchis. And Jason wants to get the golden fleece. He has been challenged to get it. And his long journey, going on to all the different islands that the Argonauts go to, is all about getting that golden fleece and getting it away from the dragon. And the dragon never sleeps. It's got one eye open in the day and the other eye open at night. And all kinds of magical things have to happen in order for Jason to get past the dragon. And he's supported by Medea, who's a priestess, possibly a witch. She certainly has magic powers to help Jason in his task. But the most important thing that we can ask about this golden fleece is, what does it represent? Why is it that old mythologies are often telling us that the hero needs to go in search of something made of gold, and that it's often guarded by a dragon? I mean, even in Lord of the Rings, the dragon is guarding a heap of gold. It's as though the dragon itself represents something that protects gold from the unworthy, perhaps. The dragon is a contestant, an enemy, a folkloric kind of demon of some kind, something that needs to be challenged and overcome. And we get so many stories about the dragon being slaughtered or skewered by the saint, St. George, or by St. Michael, or Michael the Archangel. So we have these two different images. One is the dragon and one is the gold, whether it's a heap of gold or whether it's a fleece of gold. We have the same archetypal mythology going on. So what's this about? It's about perhaps considering the relationship between the dark and the light, and that going through the darkness, dealing with the dragon, dealing with the demons, dealing with the shadows that scare us, will lead us to the gold, to the treasure. And what is the treasure? It doesn't mean a literal treasure. It doesn't mean, a box of gold that would be too heavy to carry home anyway. It's about something in the heart. It's about a state of being. It's perhaps the state of illumination, I think that that's what gold represents. It's when something shines so brightly in your awareness that everything becomes obvious and the shadows just disintegrate. And my feeling is that, in a way, we don't need to demonize that dragon, but just to say that a dragon is part of ourselves that we wrestle with, right? Like Jacob wrestling with the angel in the Bible. We are wrestling with the part of ourself that inhibits that illumination just shining through in all its glory. We have enclosed the gold in some way because of fear, possibly simply to do with social training. We have come from heaven, trailing clouds of glory, and so the gold should be with us. The gold is with us, but it's not shining. We're not seeing it when we look in the mirror, and the people we meet aren't seeing it. Where is it? It's hidden on the island. It's guarded by the dragon. And the dragon sleeps all day, sleeps all night, but he's always got one eye open, whether it's night or day. So this guard, this guardian of the gold, is a protagonist that we have to deal with. We have to ask ourselves, okay, what is it in my psychological makeup, in my soul, that keeps the gold guarded, keeps the gold hidden? Because wouldn't it be generous if you had a chest full of gold and your cup was overflowing? Wouldn't it be generous just to share it around? But that's not what we do. We usually keep it guarded. And maybe we have to go through lots of adventures, like Jason, in order to come to a point where we can actually seize the golden fleece away from the dragon. I won't go into it in any depth, but actually what happens afterwards is not a particularly pretty story. But the main focus of this mythology is on the fact that Jason needs to get the fleece, and he needs to get it away from the dragon, who never sleeps. And also, an important part of the story is that he needs some feminine help. He needs the help of Medea. And Medea needs to make a potion that will put the dragon to sleep and make it easy for Jason to find the gold. So there's another part to the mystery. The feminine comes to play a part in overcoming the fight between the male hero and the dragon. And I think that's a really interesting part of the story. So, Jason and his golden fleece is only one of many stories about a hero looking for something golden. And they're all telling the same tale. They're all saying, keep looking for the gold. And if you have to confront a dragon in the process, then don't be a scaredy cat. Just keep talking to the dragon, talking to your own fears, meeting it head on, or possibly just running around the corner and giving it a potion to make it go to sleep. Whatever it takes, you need to get that dragon out of the way, and then you can shine in the world. You can shine because that golden fleece, that treasure house of gold, is in all of us. Keep shining. Keep meditating. Talk to the dragon. Ask the dragon, what do you need in order to keep you happy so I can have my gold back? Because that's my treasure, not yours. Many blessings.